He is an example of what happens, I think, when he spends a lot of time online looking at his own social media feed. I would argue he's been radicalized, and he is obviously now an outspoken Trump supporter. But it looked like he had a lot of fun yesterday. Got to give him credit for that.
Yeah, he looked like he was having.
They are mad. They are just so mad. And it is very obvious because you can always tell when a criticism is genuine or thoughtful or when a criticism is just bitter, right? You're just seething at someone. And that is exactly the reaction we've seen to Elon Musk in the past 24 hours. Because as you know, yesterday, he joined Donald Trump on stage in the rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. And you are seeing prominent liberal tweets all over the place. But here's just one example. Okay, this guy put out beating a dead horse. But Elon Musk is maybe one of the most pathetic men in history, painful to even think about his existence. So, say what you will about Elon Musk. You can like the guy, you don't like the guy, but to say he's one of the most pathetic men in history, all he's done for the furthering of technology and human civilization, he's a pathetic man. You could disagree with him. You could hate him. You could even call him an evil man. There's been plenty of evil people with technology. But to call him pathetic, I just see that as absolute seethe. And I even responded here saying, what color are your rocket ships? Because it's just completely true, right? And on the flip side, you could talk about someone like Bill Gates, right? I do not like Bill Gates at all. I think his motives are incredibly sinister with some of the things he is doing. But it is an undeniable fact that what he did with Microsoft and all that, it did go pretty far, right? I call him a lot of things, but I wouldn't call him pathetic. I wouldn't call him dumb. I might call him sinister or something like that. But again, just very stupid things to be saying. But of course, nobody had a more obviously seething reaction here to Elon Musk than CNN. And we will play for you this segment here in a second. But first, folks, let me say that if you enjoy the content, be sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. It is obviously election year, and your subscriptions go a long way in ensuring we can keep bringing you videos like this, and they also help you stay on top of all the breaking news between now, November 5th, and after. So be greatly appreciated. Just hit that red button. It's totally free. And with that said, take a listen to the almost 4 minutes here of CNN cope session over Elon joining Trump on stage.
What do you make of this alliance between Trump and Musk?
Yeah, I mean, it's striking. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious from Trump's side, if you like Trump, he likes you, right? That's sort of always been the calculus for him. From Musk's side, Musk obviously finds Trump's authoritarian leanings appealing, right? He certainly agrees with him on immigration. He's taken to very constantly just putting out fake information about immigration that comports with what Donald Trump has been saying on the campaign trail. But it also is obviously the case that Elon Musk responds to Donald Trump's strongman tendencies, right? And in this Butler site, it's this quasi-religious site for being the place that really made Donald Trump, the target that he always presented himself as. And it makes perfect sense. That was, at that moment, Musk signed on to Donald Trump's campaign. He's going to be there with him. And I think it reflects the importance of this site in sort of the Trump mythology.
Right.
Okay, so the reasons that Elon Musk supports Trump have nothing to do perhaps with free speech or immigration or economics, which Elon talked about extensively, right? Free speech is a big issue for him, and you guys clearly hate the very premise of free speech. No, it's because Elon likes Trump because he's authoritarian, and it's a quasi-religious thing. In his own words, okay? It's brain dead. It's just hilarious to listen to. And it's kind of ironic when you think about it too, because Elon is someone who has all of the makings of who should be a liberal hero. He's a Silicon Valley tech billionaire. He basically invented, and he did essentially invent, the modern electric car, which is now allowing all the EV climate change crap to even be possible. He's obsessed with space travel and all of that, which generally the scientific community crowd, whatever, likes that stuff more, cares about it more. But now, because he's going out and saying that he supports Trump in a field where everyone else in Silicon Valley and his world is a huge Democrat, suddenly this is the biggest issue in the world. Although their reaction should tell you something, right? Which is that clearly Elon's endorsement must be something kind of threatening to them, because they are used to all of the institutional money and power in America being on their side. And the moment that the richest man in the world, who is a Democrat for a very long time, flips the script on them, not only do they feel betrayed, but they're beginning to panic, and you can clearly see that. But we're just getting started, so let's keep listening.
And you've written at length about the Trump-Musk alliance. I know you say tomorrow's rally is a full circle moment. What do you mean by that?
Well, in the moments after the assassination attempt, that's when Elon Musk, who had been kind of already thinking about endorsing Trump, that's when he tweeted out, "I'm fully going to back President Trump in this election. This is the moment that I'm choosing." And he went full bore into it. He started tweeting photos, that iconic photo of President Trump holding up his fist.
Okay, really quickly, by the way, look at this guy's bio. He's the co-author of a book called How Elon Musk Destroyed Twitter, which means how Elon Musk ruined Twitter by allowing free speech on there. Okay, so just to understand who we're thinking about here.
His fist, bloodied from the ear. And he bought into those emotions. And so now he's going back to Butler. He's kind of closing that loop. He is going to lend his support.
Well, what do you think Musk gets out of it?
There's plenty, and there's plenty of potential conflicts of interest. We're talking about a guy who runs multiple companies that are under investigation by government regulators. I think of something like NHTSA, which is investigating Tesla for its self-driving, or the FAA, which is investigating SpaceX. And so you have a marriage or an alliance here that could end up being very beneficial to him when it comes to those investigations.
Phil, do you think it's also, ideological?
Yeah, it's hard to see that it wouldn't be. Musk is just so ferociously pro-Trump online, right? Obviously he bought Twitter, turned it into X, and made.
You know what? This second guy brings up a valid point. Okay, the first guy is absolutely coping to believe there's some type of selfish reason that Elon Musk supports Trump. Have you maybe thought about the fact that's just where he stands on values? Okay. Because you bring up the fact that his companies are being investigated. Yeah, when did the Biden federal government start to harass Elon's businesses? Was it before or after he bought Twitter? Because before, he was a hero, okay? But like I said, he was a liberal hero for a very long time. Tesla itself, all right? And I'm kind of critical of Tesla, but Tesla itself is more of like a liberal car. It's the EV, it's good for the environment, etc. Elon did not have to do this. You really mean to tell me that for a guy who has like the definition of FU money, for him, it's all about some type of benefit he can get, despite the fact that the EV mandates and tax rebates of the Democrat policies literally benefit the sales of Tesla. But surely, right, it's all because, the Republicans who are bought out by the oil companies are really favoring the guy who makes the electric cars. That doesn't even make any sense. It's a principled thing. I'm just telling you right now, okay? It's because Elon has FU money and he's willing to tell people how he feels. It really is that simple, but I don't think they can comprehend this.
Made it into this echo chamber that now is extremely useful to the right broadly and Trump specifically. But the fact that he just puts out this propaganda and these false claims that align so completely with Donald Trump, and that he signs on to this picture of Trump as this strong leader who's going to save America, which is exactly how Trump likes to present himself, I think indicates that, Musk is bought into it, and that Brian, of course, is absolutely right that there's benefits to Musk from having Donald Trump be president, and including that Trump has said he'll give Musk some job in the government or, some advisory role. But even beyond that, it's clear that his politics align.
Right. It seems like for Elon Musk, for somebody who is running so many companies and I imagine under tremendous amounts of pressure, he seems to have a lot of time to just be putting out false information and sort of retweeting stuff or posting stuff that's just not true.
He does have a lot of time. I was just on Twitter or on X looking at his feed, and sometimes he's tweeting more than 75 times a day.
Wow.
I don't understand how you get anything done. We're all journalists. So I think we spend a lot of time on that platform. We have spent a lot of time on that platform. But to do that much on there and run two other companies or, multiple other companies is a lot. And now we're talking about him potentially joining the Trump administration. He's talked about this government efficiency commission where he's going to have oversight over spending and jobs. I don't understand how he does it.
Yeah, that's true. You don't understand how he does it, okay? Because has anyone on this panel ever ran a business in their life? No, they haven't, by the way. I'm reading their bios right now. This guy is a columnist for the Washington Post. We obviously know Anderson Cooper is a journalist, and this guy is a reporter for the New York Times. But surely they're in the position to tell Elon Musk, the literal richest man in the world, you're not running your business very well. You don't know what you're doing. How do you have time for this? Maybe because he's a genius and he knows what he's doing and he doesn't need your advice. And that's the funniest thing I always see is like all these headlines about how the journalists are saying Elon Musk is destroying Twitter. He's going to run the business into the ground. What do you guys know about running a business at all? Okay. You guys do not know. You guys are journalists. Okay. You went to college for a communications degree. You're on a W-2 payroll, okay? You're literally just on payroll. You just collect your money, whatever. They hold the taxes aside. You don't know anything about business. Heck, half of the media industry does not operate at a profit, okay? If so many of these TV companies lose money, if CNN did not have big pharmaceutical ads kind of covering their costs, CNN would be operating at a huge loss, and that is true of most cable news networks. But you know how to run business better than Elon Musk, and you're not even the guy in the business sector at the CNN. You're the journalist whose job is to sit there on TV. Yeah, okay. Total like man in the arena moment, you know, or just have people criticizing here from glass houses. You guys don't know what you're talking about. But again, the point here is what? What are we watching? As I said, in real time, we are watching cope and seethe. They are mad. They are upset. One of their biggest, most powerful heroes turned on them. And maybe they must be fearful to some degree that Elon Musk's, endorsement must have some degree of weight, or else they would not spend 4 minutes melting down over it. Just saying. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comment section down below. Be sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe if you are new, and until next time, God bless and peace.